Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. In today's video, I am making this sweet slimline card. I had so much fun making this and I can't wait to show it to you. I'm going to be playing with a couple different paper pads, the Rainbow Bright pad and the All Hearts paper pad to create my card. And I'm going to be die cutting using this Christmas die. It's the Slimline Hanging Ornaments, but I'm going to use it to make some cake pops. So first I'm going to cut it from this textured white cardstock, which will be the background for my card. I'm not doing anything else to this panel as far as like stamping, so having the texture will be really nice. I'm also going to cut one circle from each of these pieces of paper. I actually added in a 7th sheet of paper, a different pink. I thought I was going to use the dark pink twice, but yeah, it ended up being different than that. So now I'm gluing a piece of heavyweight cardstock to the back. That way I can glue in all of my different colored circles, and I am going in rainbow order. I love making rainbow themed cards. So when all else fails, when I don't know what I want to make or what color to make things, I do all the colors. I'm also cutting this from some brown cardstock, and then I'm going to fussy cut by hand some chocolate drizzle for my cake pops. Have you ever had a cake pop? Because if you hadn't, we need to stop and talk about that. Cake pops are a baked cake that you crumble into crumbs, like the smallest crumbs you could make. Then you take a container or a batch of frosting and mix them together, roll them up and make balls, and then you dip them in chocolate when they're on a stick. It's so good. If you haven't had one, you need to fix that right away. All right, so I could use this ornament piece that comes with the set to make the stick, but I wanted my sticks to be a little bit wider than like a ribbon looking or a wire looking piece. So I used some craft brown cardstock and cut them. They're about 3/8 of an inch wide, and I really liked this size for my sticks for my cake pops. So I'm going to trim off the excess from the long pieces, and then I can use those for my shorter cake pops, and I had plenty of pieces to make my sticks, and I'll just trim those off and look at those cake pops, but we're going to make them even better. I'm bringing in some glaze, and I'm going to coat just the chocolate drizzle part with the glaze, and that's going to make it nice and shiny and really gives it that dripping chocolate effect. Ooh, I love it. I'm going to then, once those are all complete, add sprinkles. These are the birthday cake sprinkles. They're not edible, and I tell you that because they look good enough to eat. All right, so I'm going to put those on all the cake pops. It just transformed these and made them look so awesome. I was so pleased with how they turned out. Look at that. It's like a party on a card right there. Gorgeous. Okay, it's time to stamp. I am bringing out the Cozy Bear Sweet Shop. This is a brand new set, but it goes really well with the Cottage kitchen. And I'm just going to use that little bear because I wanted 2 small bears on this card. And you can see I'm using the cake pop. So I'm going to color these with my Copic markers. I'm going to have some brown bears. I kind of was trying to go for a color that would coordinate well with the color of cardstock that I used on the sticks for my cake pops, and they worked out really well. These colors worked out really well. I used E35 as my darkest and E33, and then gave them a brown nose with E27, which is the same brown I used for like the chocolate part of my cake pop there. And then I'm going to do a pink shirt for the first bear, a yellow shirt for the second bear, and I decided it would be fine if their shoes matched their shirt. I thought that was kind of cute. Just kept them really simple. And then the cake pop itself is orange. I had a hard time deciding, but I thought pink, yellow, and orange colors in the middle of my card would be perfect. And then I'm adding some white gel pen highlights, which will make the sprinkles on my cake pop, and then just highlighting areas of my colored images to bring them to life. And I'm using a white Jelly Roll pen for that. And I just love the white gel pen. Do you guys add that on your cards? There they are, all colored up and cut out and ready to go. I'm going to pop them up with some foam squares right in the center of my card. It's like they're in a land of candy. Not the game per se, but It's just kind of this dream candy world. I have these super cute clay embellishments. Aren't they fabulous? They are from the Trinity Stamp shop. They're Candy Cane Lane is the name of the set here, and they are rainbowed with little fine white lines. I thought it was the perfect touch for this card right here, and these would be really fun for a Christmas card with maybe like gingerbread houses too. Yeah, love them. So there's a few different kinds of candy canes in the shop, and then we have our jelly bean dreams. Sorry, couldn't get that word out. Jelly bean dreams. These are like a lightweight plastic. They're small, but they're definitely 3D. Again, not edible. So if you have little kids, be careful with these because they look real. So I added those, and then I had a few open spaces, and I decided to put a few sprinkles down there in the open spaces, just here and there, and maybe it looked like that when the sprinkles hit the cake pops, they rolled down onto the floor or something. All right, now I am stamping out a sentiment from the Cozy Bear Sweet Shop set that says, "You're the sweetest." I'm using some clear embossing ink and white powder, and using that same brown cardstock that I used for my chocolate drizzle. But you can see it's much lighter without the glaze on it. Much lighter. I flag cut the end, and then I'm just going to glue this right above my last cake pop there on the right for that sentiment. I'm going to create a background with this. This is, again, the Rainbow Brights pack. I cut out the middle with the Slimline die, and that way I'm not wasting all that rainbow paper by just covering it up with another piece of paper. And by the way, my card base is 8 3/4 by 7.5, scored at 3 3/4. Sorry, the words today are hard. And then I'm going to glue this whole card front down, and I have a little border all the way around. I even saved the strip that I cut down that rainbow panel so that it would fit on the card, but then I was able to use it on the inside for a little decorative touch, and I love having that little peek of the rainbow on the inside too. So there is the finished card. I would love to know what you think of today's card. I had so much fun making this, and now I really want to make some cake pops. I've made lots of them in my lifetime, and they are such a treat, and everybody loves them, and they're small, but that's okay. They're super filling. So go get a cake pop. Thanks for watching. And if you need more inspiration or want more inspiration from Trinity Stamps, we're on Instagram and Facebook too, and we have new videos all the time. So feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy stamping. Bye.